some spasticity in their hands so they can hold on. And so you can have them do some pushing and pulling. You do have to be careful they'll hit you in the head and themselves too. So be very careful with that. That's not too good. And then you can have them go side to side. And so just for them to initiate getting some movement in that arm, because they don't feel like they can do anything. They've been here. So it's really just good to work in and out of that. I showed you how to do the hand on the wall and walk around with it, and because for them to maintain that hand on that wall, it has to be facilitated. Could you see that? It's not going to just hang up there, so they have to be pushing into it. So that's a really good one to do. One of the ones that I like using in home health, because I always have a walker, is I will have them do some different things with the walker. So I'll have them just push it and back up and push, because that, they're able to do that. Also, when they're walking, if you have them use a walker with that hand, you need to tell them to push into that all the time if they can stay on there. And they have these different little walker things that the stroke hand will fit into. So if you want to use a walker, because that does make them bring that side forward. When I'm not real crazy about a walker for stroke, but it's very good if you're wanting to facilitate that side to get out of retraction. You can use a quad cane for this too. Just going in any direction. So it can, again, you're looking at that kind of stuff. Let's see. Okay. So if you have a real spastic hand, I'm going to give you a sheet. We'll go over this again in class on Tuesday. But once we're going to learn how to work it out. And so once you've learned how to work out a hand, you have to put it on something and normally have it flat down. And then you can use like a piece of tape and tape it to the book. And you have to use make sure you put this kind of stuff over their skin. You don't want to have skin breakdown. But this is a real effective way to work a hand that's spastic, because you can put that hand in that position and then do just all the things we've just done. You could put this on a table and have her push it forward and backwards. You can just do different things like that. A clipboard is good. So just put that hand on a clipboard. I thought I brought one in here. Okay, and then a way to decrease spasm in a hand is to put it over a ball. You need a real ball. This one is dead, but you can work it around a ball and it'll decrease spasticity in a hand. And then you can work it over to where you can get it into a place that's flat and work it from there. So that's a way to do it. This is really cheap, and it's a good way to make a hand stay on something as best you can. I know what I'm missing is my stool. Has anybody seen the little brown stools around here?
You need this?
No, it's that. I just haven't seen them in a while.
Are you talking about this? The round ones?
Yeah, she said.
Oh,
I'm tired, hungry, and
we got one.
a little bit of depression. Me too. Yeah, a little bit. There's a lot of that in me right now.
I
I'm
bought
trying to
this
work
one,
it out. I swear.
at a garage sale, I think, and it's because of the stuff on the top part of it.
7 weeks.
It's really good about holding the
6
hand
weeks,
on.
God.
But what you want to do with the stool is make them hold the stool up. So can you see how that facilitates that harm? They can't just sit there and maintain that. So you can have them push it all the way down and then you can bring it back and have them push it all the way down. And then as they get really good, to go side to side with it. So you're just kind of limited only by your own imagination as to what you can do with them. Was there any other one on there that? Okay. And then the last one I did want to show y'all is a really good way to, when you're walking with a patient, is to keep that hand facilitated is to use a stool that has 4 wheels on it. I mean a table. So what you're going to do is have them, once they stand, put their hand up here. So we're going to play like you're Timmy. You ready? We're going to stand up. And you're going to have her put her hand here and literally push into the table as she goes. So you're here ready to have her take some steps. So while she's standing here, you can do weight shift here, and the hand is in a position of weight bearing, and you're not having to worry about it so much. You can have her take a step forward and then backwards. And so the hand is still in that good position. And you can, okay, now make sure you're pushing into your hand. You can tell them that because you want to facilitate that. And what you'll find is if she's facilitated here, then this shoulder will come forward the way you want it to. So it's a good thing to just remind them, keep pushing into that. And so you can do a lot of your gait preparation with that hand up in there. And then once you're ready to step out, you can take this with you. So step out with a strong leg. And then you're gonna just bring it, if they can push it, let them push it. Most of them aren't strong enough to do that. So as you take steps, then you just bring it along with you. And so it's kind of an effective way to keep a hand in weight bearing when you don't have someone with you. I think I told you that I also usually have people put their hand into my shoulder, and I can now tell whether she's facilitated or not because you're not pushing into me. So I say, okay, push into my shoulder, and we're gonna go for a walk. And so I know exactly how much she's pushing into my shoulder the whole time. So that works for me, and it would for some of y'all who are taller, I don't know. You just have to kind of work with what works for you. Okay, so practice some of that little different things and don't